Okay, guys, so 8 o'clock, time for us to get started. So, my name's Roger Garth. Welcome to the call. We've got an amazing call for you tonight, and we have people who've dialed in from literally all over the world to listen to this call tonight. We have guests on the call phoning in from Australia, from Africa, from I think we believe we've got someone from India. We have people calling in from Denmark, other parts in mainland Europe, Northern Ireland, and of course here in the UK. So the reason everyone's calling in tonight is literally from what you can see on your screen, and it's a question. The question is, if you dared to dream, if you just dared, what would you dream of? So what you're going to find out tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to show you a proven step-by-step system that really, finally, will put you in complete control of your financial future. It's going to be a chance for you to fire the boss that's giving you such a hard time. And if you hate your job and hate traveling into work, no problem whatsoever. You're going to be able to replace that with a business that you own yourself, with nothing to sell, no stock to buy, and no one to dictate what hours you have to work or anything like that. Just before I get started, a quick question for you. If I could show you a way that you can make the same kind of money that you make from your full-time job right now, but from the comfort of your own home, without having to deal with traffic like that every morning and every evening, would you want to know some more about it? I think the answer for most people is going to be yes. The problem is that most people have conditioned themselves to believe that it's just not possible. They believe that they've got to work for someone else, or they think that if they're going to start their own business, it's going to cost a fortune and they need tens of thousands of pounds, or they just don't have the skills or the abilities necessary to start a business. Well, that's not necessarily true, and tonight I'm going to show you why it's not true and how you can do something about it. But just before I get into that, I want to tell you a little bit about myself, because there was a time when I thought that way myself. There was a time when I regularly worked 70-hour weeks, and that wasn't counting 4 hours a day of travel time, 2 hours to work, 2 hours back again, and that we're into 90 hours a week. And it's true, I earned a chunk of money doing what I did. But by the time you divide that by 90 hours a week, my hourly rate really wasn't that great, particularly for the effort that I was putting in. I wasn't even allowed to take a day off or take a day's holiday to celebrate my birthday, because I sold cars for a living, and my birthday fell on the day that the new registrations were out. And for 20 years, my boss has said, can't have that day, mate, it's too busy. I wasn't even allowed to book a week's holiday for my birthday. These days, something different. These days, I work for myself, and I get to see places like this. I get the chance to travel. This was last year. I went across to Budapest, my fiance there, and got to travel around, see some amazing places. But whilst I'm sat at the side of the chain bridge with a glass of beer in my hand, smiling for the camera, I was still making money. And just all because of a simple opportunity. So I go back to this question that I asked you on that first slide. Do you dare to dream? I dare you, just for the next few minutes, just imagine that you were a kid again and you can do anything that you really, really wanted. What would it be? Too many people have stopped dreaming. I really, really do believe that. And if that's you right now, it's time for you to start living. So let me just ask a question. If it was possible, if anything were possible, where would you go? What sort of places would you like to go on holiday in? What kind of house would you like to live in? What kind of car would you drive? Would it be the Lamborghini? Would you rather have a Range Rover because you're going to get the kids in the back, you need something more practical? Whatever. Would you like to go and visit Rome and see the Colosseum or any other kind of place? What is it that would really, really get you excited? And let me ask you one last question. If there was a way that I could show you how to get paid just using your mobile phone whilst you're seeing these incredible places and doing these fantastic things, if there was a way that you could actually make money anywhere in the world that you want to make, does that sound too good to be true? Well, stick around for the next few minutes. I'm going to show you exactly how that's true and how that can be done. But before I show you how, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute or two. And I want to introduce you to a few people who are already making that into a reality. Some people who are already on their way to doing exactly that thing for you. So the first person I want to talk to is someone who I was talking to earlier on today. He lives in the Cotswolds, and this guy has an incredibly busy full-time job, and it's something that he's looking to work his way out of right now, and well and truly on his way. His name is Mike Spotswood. Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, great, Mike. Mike, so you're back home finally.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike, do you want to tell people a little bit about yourself, what you do for a living, and how you came to hear about $1 Million Secrets?
So, like other people within $1 Million Secrets group, I've started off as military. I was in the army doing telecommunications for 11 years. Left the army, went to work abroad in the desert, Middle East area for a tax-free wage, which was a phenomenal wage. I couldn't ask for a better wage. But what I did by doing that was sacrifice time with my family for a better wage. After 2 years doing that, I weighed up the odds of family commitments and quality time with them versus the money. So I left that, came back, worked for a few telecoms firms until I'm in my current job now. And then whilst in that, I sort of try to dabble in a few Forex shoddy companies because I've always been interested in that in crypto. And then whilst in the gym one night, a good friend of mine, Joanne, introduced me to $1 Million Secrets and a couple of their products. So after being bitten prior to that with shoddy Forex companies, I was very skeptical on that and did some due diligence on myself, had a look at some of the results that she's been getting from the product, and thought, okay, I'll take this, I'll have a go at this, and started off with a really minimal bank because I still was skeptical. It's my hard-earned money at the end of the day, and I didn't want to be conned yet again. So medium allocation sizes and a very modest bank to start with, and the product has worked wonders for me. As Roger's already made a point across, I've currently been at the Coliseum this year in February whilst trading.
So Mike, just so people have got an idea of how this is fitting in, because you have a very, very busy job, don't you?
Yes, I currently design data centres for the MOD and government.
And what kind of time, how many hours a day does that have you working typically?
I travel 1 hour and 20 each way, and I was currently in work for about 6 o'clock this morning, and I arrived back around 6:45.
Okay. Now, working with $1 Million Secrets, how long have you actually been with us now?
I joined $1 Million Secrets to the back end of last year, but fully went committed around January, February time.
Okay.
So
and what kind of results have you had since then?
I started off on the 26th of February with a £250 bank account size to trade with, and I'm currently on £960.
Okay, so that's almost quadrupled your money.
Yeah.
In a matter of what, 3 months?
Yeah, and it's not been plain sailing. It's not all wins because we're not printing money, but there's losses involved in that, and then there's wins again. So at no point would I say that this is just printing money. Everything's a win, because it's not. There's ups and downs, but by careful management, as again I said, I started low and moderate lot sizes, allocation sizes to build that bank up.
Okay, and in terms of time and effort that you're putting into this business, how much time are you actually dedicating to your business right now?
Trading wise,
yeah.
Roger?
Yeah.
A trade will come in around 30 seconds a trade.
30 seconds a trade. So on a daily basis, what are we talking about?
No more than 10 minutes a day.
10 minutes a day. Okay.
Yeah.
That was really what we were trying to get across. So really, for the sake of 10 minutes a day in the space of 3 months, you've quadrupled your original investment.
Yeah. With no
Fantastic.
hassle.
Fantastic. Okay. Thanks for that, Mike. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna move on, if you don't mind, because we've got a chunk of other people I want to speak to, and the next person I want to speak to is down in Guildford in Surrey. Femi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Roger. Can you hear me?
Femi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. Femi, you've been with us for less time than Mike. You've only been with us for about 2 months now.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to tell people about what it is you do for a living, first of all? What's your full-time job?
Yeah, actually, I'm a shop owner
Right.
in Guildford. We do kind of fast food business we're doing. So it's a kind of job that really take my day. So I start work normally 6 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes I have to get home sometime around midnight. So it's really sometimes 14, 16, even 18 hours a day.
Okay.
So it's a really, really full-time job.
That is a full-time job. There's no two ways about it. That is definitely a
Yeah.
full-time job. So you've been with us for 2 months. Tell us how things have gone for you in the last 2 months.
Oh, well, actually less than 2 months, because this is my 6th week now.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, 6
So,
weeks.
yeah, 6 weeks now. So actually, I was introduced to this $1 million secret project by a friend called Simon Brooks. I had a look at presentation similar to this we're having now. And after looking at this, and immediately I thought, this is what I've been looking for, because I've been looking for years now for something I can do beside my present work that wouldn't take much of my time. So when I watched the presentation, I said that, okay, we are giving it a try. I started little, as Mike have said. I started with £200, deposit in my account, and I started trading with that. Started trading with Forex.
Okay, and what kind of results did you get?
Well, actually, as Mike have said, it's up and down. So when I started, the first week of trading was not really great. But after the second week, I was amazed with the result I got. So the second week, I had from £200 investment, I already made £450 plus as a profit. So that really boosted me up. So, but as we say, everything up and down. So after the first month, I've made roughly around £1,000 in profit.
Okay.
And now daily, because of the experience I've got and how to really utilize the experiences of others in the group, so I'm now making roughly around £80 a day.
£50 a day.
80
Okay.
£80 a day.
£80 a day.
Yes.
£80 a day. Okay. After just 6 weeks.
Yes.
Okay. And again, same question that I asked Mike. In terms of time and effort involved on a daily basis, how much time are you putting in on a daily basis?
Well, not a lot at all, because when the alert comes in, I have a look at it, and the trade takes less than a minute. And we don't get, probably sometimes when we have a very busy alert, we might have 5 or 6 a day. So overall, might be around maximum of 10 minutes a day.
Okay.
And that's it.
Fantastic. Okay. Thanks for that, Femi. Okay. So the next person I want to go to, and I've got a few people that need to speak to first, because I really want you to understand exactly what this is about, because we're talking to everyday people who are doing amazing things here right now. So the next person I want to talk to is over in Denmark. And I did see her on the screen, so she must be on the next screen right now. If I can see her flicking through. There you go. Dor. Screen's moving. Dor, how are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm very, very well, thank you, Dor. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dor Sillison. She's over in Denmark. Dor, do you want to tell us your story, just so that we can quickly move this along a little bit for you?
Yeah, I just was introduced to this company, the $1 Million Secret Group, from a friend who told me about it. And as soon as I heard the opportunity, I just said, okay, this is just for me. And I jumped into it, and I started with seeing a lot of training lives. And then I started in February by trading Forex. And I have done extremely well. I have last week I have earned 450 euros, so I'm very, very happy.
450 in 1 week.
Yeah, for 1 week. Yeah, of course, as anyone else tells, that there's ups and downs. So of course I sometimes lose as well, but most win.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is it you do for a full-time job?
I do a full-time job as a legal assistant. I have been working for the same company for 30 years. And I would like to fire my boss and have some some freedom, time freedom.
So, Dor, a simple question.
Yeah.
450 euros last week. If you don't mind me asking, how does that compare to the salary from your regular job?
I have a good salary, but still it's a good some extra money to spend on holidays, and I actually would like to quit my job in the future, and then I have a dream to just work from home. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, here's hoping you're going to get there really, really quickly with that. Okay, I just had two more people that I want you to speak to, ladies and gentlemen, because I think it's really important that you get to hear those stories. The next person's over in Belfast, and she's a young lady I met probably about 5-6 months ago now. Her name is Cynthia Lim. And Cynthia, my screens are moving about all over the place again. So see if I can find.
Hi, Roger.
Ah, there you are.
Yeah.
Cynthia, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Fantastic. Cynthia, tell people quickly, if you can, please, what your background is and what this business means to you.
Yes, my background is I actually have my own home salon that I work from home. And that does give me a certain flexibility working from home, that I can work around my kids, but I still have to work. And I joined the company last year, end of last year, and I've been with them for roughly about 6 months now.
Okay. And in terms of results for your business for you?
Yeah, same like everybody else. You put in the time. I'm, not as many hours as some of the other guys, but I'm working maybe 30-40 hours full time. And what I'm making with trading is actually earning me more money than what I do in my other full-time job with
fantastic.
Less time. Yeah.
Fantastic. So 35 hours for a wage, and same kind of story, 10-15 minutes a day.
Yeah, 5-10 minutes a day. My record is I did make £1,000 a week, and that week was whenever I was actually on holiday, Easter holidays over in London with my kids, and I was making money on my phone. I made over £1,000 on my phone while I was on holiday. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks for that, Cynthia. Okay, last person I want you to hear from, ladies and gentlemen, is a guy that I met for the first time personally just a matter of about 3 weeks ago, but he's been with us for about 7-8 weeks now. His name is Jonathan Rutherford. Jonathan.
Hi, Roger. How you doing?
Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Has your day improved at all?
What, from this morning? Yeah, just
from this morning. Just to let you in on the joke, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan had a little bit of an accident with the car this morning. Not a serious accident for himself, but it didn't make his day. Jonathan, tell people what it is you do for a living. That might give them an idea about the accident.
Yeah, I drive a car transporter at the moment, and I had a little bit of an accident this morning. I forgot to lower one of my decks, and when I decided to leave my compound where I was, and I turned, I decided to trash the whole car. Tailgate, rear windscreen, rear spoiler, everything.
Braver man than me driving one of those things. Jonathan, tell people about your experiences with $1 Million Secrets.
Yeah, I've been with $1 Million Secrets now for about 2.5 months, and ever since I've been with them, it's just a brilliant experience, and I just love it. Especially the Forex alerts that we get; they're absolutely amazing. I just in the morning, and then have a look at lunchtime, put some more on, see how they're doing, and I'm averaging about £1 a day.
Sorry, how much is that?
£1 a day.
Your mic's breaking up a little bit, Jonathan. Can you just say that one more time, please?
£100 a day.
Right, okay. Right. Jonathan's signal's breaking up, but I think what he was saying was something in the region of £150 a day, 150 to 200 anyway, from what I understand. Okay, thanks, Jonathan. Okay, right. So you get the idea, ladies and gentlemen. We're hearing very, very consistent stories from people literally all around the world, because when you think about that call just then, I'd take you to Ireland, I'd take you to Denmark, I'd take you all around the UK. So that's just giving you a few ideas of results that people are getting, but what is it they're doing, and what is it we're actually talking about? Let's move into that for you. So the one thing I will have to say before we go on is, a little message came up on your screen there, and it said past performance does not guarantee future results. There is no guarantee that just because some of these guys have given you a sum of money, there's no guarantee that you're going to make exactly that same of money. You may make more, you may make less, but let's tell you exactly how they're doing it. So $1 Million Secrets is a VIP, invitation-only, educational group that teaches you how to make money, and how to make your money work for you, literally, so you don't have to. You can literally retire yourself and your entire family, no matter how young you are, because you saw Cynthia, the young lady there, who's making more money in a little over an hour a week than she does for a full-time business at 35 hours a week, and literally is on track to retiring herself in just a few short years. Really, it says at the bottom of your screen, who would like the idea of that? And I can't imagine that anyone would say no to that sort of thing. You may not want to physically retire, but even if you don't want to physically retire, you're still going to want to live your life in your standards. But let me tell you first of all, what this isn't, because what this isn't is some sort of get-rich-quick scheme. You've just heard me say that there's no guarantees that you're going to make as much as some of these people have made. And these people also told you that they've had good days, they've had bad days. No one's talking about becoming a millionaire overnight. Some of these people have been with us for 6 months and they're now making £1,000 a week, some making £1,000 a month. That's not get rich quick, but it's also not a pipe dream that only works for people with loads of money. Because you've also heard people saying that they started off with just a couple of £100 and they're turning it into amounts of money that, if we're really honest, are life-changing amounts of money. Ask yourself the question, how much would an extra £250 a week coming into your house, how much difference would that make to your life? This isn't something that's just going to have disappeared in 6 months' time. This business is based with a company that's been around for approaching 7 years now. So we've got a track record and we're going to move on. Basically, $1 Million Secrets helps ordinary people like you and me to create more memories with their family, spend more time with the people that we love, and escape from the misery of fighting all that traffic. That was the thing that motivated me. I hate traffic. I've had too much of it in my life. And from working for bosses who really don't care about you, the guy that turned around and told me I couldn't take my birthday off. Life's meant to be enjoyed, not endured, and that's what we're about right now. We're all about trying to show you how you can actually enjoy your life and live it. So this is how it works. We've partnered with a global financial education platform. These people are experts in trading forex, stocks and shares, cryptocurrency, and investing in high-tech startups. And you heard a few of those people say that they trade forex from signals. What happens is we have a couple of different apps that you put on your phone. One app will send you a signal that tells you there is a way for you to trade and make some money. And it will give you a set of information. You open another app and you put the information that you're told to put into the second app and you make money from it. To place a trade takes a matter of 30 seconds, as you've already heard, and then you start trading, you start making money. There's no guarantee that every single trade wins. The company sends us time-sensitive information that we can capitalize on with even the smallest amounts of money. We'll teach you how to make the trades. We'll show you exactly where you can place them from anywhere in the world. Jonathan was talking to us a few minutes ago about his story, and he said that how much money he was making. He forgot to mention a couple of weeks ago, he was on holiday for a fortnight in Vietnam and still making money, even whilst he was on holiday in Vietnam. Now, we're not the only people in the world that teach this sort of thing. Got to be really, really honest with you. You can get this information, you can get this education from other people. And I had a look on Google to see what we could find for other people that did the same sort of thing. There's a company called Trade with Precision, and they offer a number of different packages that will cost you anything up to $13,295 plus add-ons. And that's just for education. Over and above that, you've actually got to find some money to invest. That's just to teach you. And all they're going to do is teach you stuff online. You're not even going to see these people face to face. There's another company called the London Stock Exchange 5-day trading course. Sounds very grand, but it's nothing to do with the London Stock Exchange. By a company called Reed. Now, they charge you £7,000 for an online education system. And at the end of it, after 2 weeks of online training, you're on your own. That's it. Away you go. We've taught you what you need to know. Up to you now. Or Pro Trader, the Pro Trader program. That's a self-study course for up to 12 months. Take it at your own time. Take as long as you like, as long as you give them £4,200 just short of. Or Equities Fund Manager program. That's an e-course. That's a 20-hour, they tell you it's a 20-hour self-study program, but it's £9,000. So that's £450 an hour to study at home. That's not anybody teaching you. Just watch some videos, read some books. Again, I'm going to tell you what this isn't. This is not some get-rich-quick scheme. It's not something that's a pipe dream that only works for a few people. So let me tell you exactly what you're going to get. So become a member, and you're going to get Forex and crypto alerts that will tell you what to trade. It'll tell you whether you should buy something or sell something. It will tell you how much to pay, and it will tell you when to take profit. And it will also tell you how to minimize risk. You heard these guys say there are ups and downs. And if anyone tries to tell you that they have the secret that will let you trade without ever making a loss, run for the hills. There is no such thing. Some of our signals win, some of our signals lose. The reality of it is something to the order of 7 out of 10 win, 3 out of 10 lose. And overall, you come out in profit. And you've already heard people talking about how they're making £50 a day, £80 a day, £100, £150 a day. So what else do you get with it? Well, over and above that, we're also going to give you alerts for US-based equities. That's stocks and shares. Why US-based? Well, the people that actually send us the signals are based in the US, and they do all their homework on US-based companies. And if you think we can't invest in US-based companies, well, think about this. Microsoft is a US-based company. Apple is a US-based company. eBay, Amazon, all US-based companies. But wouldn't you love to have shares in them? Well, we're going to show you about the next levels of those. We'll also show you how you can invest in brand new high-tech startup companies. Companies like WhatsApp when they first got started. Companies like Snapchat, companies like Uber, companies like Airbnb. When they first got going, the guy who sends us our signals will tell you how to invest in companies like that. And we're not talking about multi-million pound, multi-thousand pound investments. We're talking about just putting £100 in here and there and watching it grow and make money for you. Now, over and above that, we also give you access to trades, to the actual tools that will actually help you to trade Forex or equities hands-free. So you don't have to even place the trades that some of these guys have heard you talk about. If you think it sounds complicated, you think it's not for you, we actually have a couple of systems where all you need to do is set an amount of money aside, set it up once, and then just sit back and watch your money grow for you. So that's the essence of what we do. So I've got a question for you. And my question is, isn't it time that you really started to dream again about what you can do with your future? When the banks are using your money and paying you nothing for it, because the biggest players in the Forex market are the banks, but they actually use your money and they pay you less than 1% a year, whilst they're making 20, 30% a day. Isn't it time that you put your money to work for you instead of letting them put your money to work for you, for them? Start again. Instead of receiving just a few pounds a year, wouldn't you prefer to see your money growing for you instead of them? I know I did. So if you want to get started, get back to the person who invited you to watch this call. To join us as a customer costs $249 setup fee, plus $219.99 a month subscription. Now, you've already heard other people saying how much they're making. So there are people that are making that amount almost every single day. But we have one flat fee, and it doesn't matter how much or how little you make. As long as you get your expenses covered, we're happy at that. That's our price. But before I go any further, let me ask you another question. Would you like to make some extra money over and above that? Because there is a way that you can do that too. This is what happens. You could actually put this as a part-time business and eventually earn a full-time income from it by simply helping to refer this business to other people. If you refer just 3 other members to us, as long as you get 3 other members that are joining us and paying their subscription, you no longer have to pay a monthly subscription yourself. And there's no limit to how much money that you can make. $1 Million Secrets will show you exactly how to make that money. So let me show you what I mean. And what I want to do right now is just introduce you to a few more people, a few people that are actually working this as a business as distinct from just trading and making some extra money. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen again right now. And I'm just going to have a quick look around. And the first person that I want to talk to is a friend of mine. I've met him now probably about 18 months ago. And he was doing a presentation something like this about 18 months ago when I first saw this business. His name's Simon Kendrick, and he's based over in the world, here in the UK, and he has literally an international business right now. And there are people on this call from all over around the world that are actually part of Simon's business. Simon, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me, Rog?
Absolutely.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Simon Kendrick. It's a pleasure to be here with you tonight. Just a little bit about my story then. I'm ex-military and I served in the UK military for 10 years. Very, very proud of that. Met a lot of people. It made me grow up as well from a boy into a man. But unfortunately, there's a little bit of a story behind this. I was medically discharged due to an injury I had in my left ear. But that was before I joined the Navy. So the Navy basically medically discharged me for an injury they already knew about, but allowed me to serve 10 years and then turned around to me and said, sorry, son, but you can't carry on. So my future and my career, that decision was in the hands of someone else, and I didn't really take kindly to that. So I moved from the military into the private security sector, where I became a private armed guard, very quickly made it to team leader, where I was in charge of a team of armed guards protecting vessels against piracy attacks. If you've all watched the film Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks, that is the exact reason why me and my teams were there, to protect them against that type of activity. But then the threat level changed dramatically. It changed from piracy to terrorists. So pirates, they want to take your ship, your cargo and your crew, hold it for ransom, but whereas terrorists, they just want to cause disruption and just blow you up. And obviously with that in mind, I had a decision to make. And I emailed the office for the company I was contracted at the time. And I said, well, are you going to match the threat with a pay rise? And they said no. And that was a real kick in the teeth for me, because I was thinking, hang on a minute, I'm putting my life on the line, not only, to do this job, but, to build your business and bring in these big profits that the shipping companies were willing to pay. So anyway, I left that, got introduced to $1 Million Secrets. I just wasn't happy with, decisions about my future, my career path being in the palm of the hands of someone else. And, it was time for a change. I also married my beautiful wife, Claire, inherited a young family. So as you can imagine, I was spending a lot of time away from them and I wasn't getting any younger. And, the one question, when I was doing the security thing, I used to stand on the bridge wing and the same question used to reoccur every single day. And that was, is this all I'm worth? And there's got to be more to life than this. I'm sure you've all asked yourselves that question. I asked myself that question day in and day out for a long, long time. Join $1 Million Secrets, and as Roger said there, it's just all about sharing a message to people that there is a better way. You don't have to go and do this thing that we've all been conditioned to do from such an early age, whether it be nursery, school, college, university, your job, which is to leave home, go to work, come home, sleep, get up, go to work, come home. There is a better way than that. And I have been spreading that message. And like Roger said, the team, has grown internationally in all 4 corners of the world. I've had some invaluable experiences, thanks to a gentleman you're going to hear off in a moment. Been to America, met the owners of the company that we're actually partnered with. And, you know, life is bright. And, you know, our mission is to go out there and help as many people as we can become financially fit. And we all want that for you too. So I think that's enough from me, Rog. Thanks for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Speak to you soon.
Thanks a lot, Simon. Okay, I'm going to introduce you to one more person, folks. And this is the guy, I've known this guy now for nearly 30 years. And he was the person who introduced me to the business. Very, very quickly, I said to you before that I'd done all my time working for other people and done all these crazy hours. And I'd long ago decided that I didn't want to do that anymore. And when I was looking for a way to make some extra money, Simon was the first person that I decided I was going to call. In fact, he was the only person I decided I was going to call. As I say, his name is Simon Brooks. He comes from Formby in Merseyside. We call this business $1 Million Secrets, and that's because Simon is the person who helped us get started. And Simon is fortunate enough to be a multi-millionaire. Not through good luck, but through hard work. So rather than me expand on that, I want to introduce you to Simon and let him tell you his story. Simon.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Yep, Simon Brooks from Formby, which is 12 miles north of Liverpool. And I've been around the industry of network marketing for just over 31 years. Now, some people say to me, "Oh, Simon, that's like a prison sentence." Well, if you've made as much money as what I have, I suppose it would be like robbing a bank, because in that 31-year period, I've made around 14 million. So, you know, I'm not trying to impress you, but impress upon you of what you can achieve with this type of industry. But a lot of people look at it and turn around and say, well, yeah, you know, I've got a secure job. Folks, there is no such thing as a secure job. I've got friends that have been made redundant 3 times. So don't be thinking it's secure. Now, am I knocking job? A job? No, I'm not. But let me tell you what the word job stands for, J-O-B. A lot of people say, yo, just over broke. No, it's not. Job, J-O-B, stands for legalized, organized theft. Your boss, and if you're a boss, I do apologize, but your boss is stealing 40 hours of your hard-earned week to pay you a lousy pay packet. Now, there's basically predominantly 2 ways of making money. 99% of the population earn what's called a linear income, and that's where they exchange 40 hours of their hard-earned week for a pay packet, whereas the 1% of the world's wealth earn a residual income, and that's where they work once and get paid forever and ever and ever. Very similar to like Sylvester Stallone made the film Rocky in the late 1970s. He gets paid today, every second of the day, every time that film is shown. Now, people say to me, oh, Simon, you should be a film star, or you should be on TV. When they say that I should be on TV, they mean there's interference. I can't be a singer, I can't be a film star, but what I can do is I can join an opportunity like this. And the benefit is that not many people realize is that we are still pre-launch. So if you're looking at this for the very, very first time, someone's been kind enough to share the opportunity with you, you're getting involved in the start. And there's people making fortunes in this business. There's hundreds of thousands of people making hundreds of thousands a year. Folks, don't sleep on it. Don't think about it. Don't sit on the fence picking those splinters out your backside, because that won't make you diddly squat. Make a decision. That's all you need to do is make a decision. And you need to join us. We'd welcome you with open arms, and we'd build it with a system. Not just sign you up and hope you just get on with it. No, nobody makes money from just doing that. The idea is if somebody introduces you, they have a vested interest in your success. So you will be helped every single step of the way. Folks, this business works 100% of the time for 100% of the people that give it time. My time's up. Rog, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Simon. Okay, guys, so you've heard from some people that are already working this business on different levels now and getting different things out of it. And as I said, we called it $1 Million Secrets because we have a millionaire that's teaching us, and he's teaching us his secrets. Now, I said to you, you could make some extra money. This is how you make some extra money. First of all, you get access to professional Forex trade alerts. You get access to professional crypto trade alerts. You get access to equity alerts. Those are stocks and shares. You also get access to startup notifications. When you get those startup notifications, trust me, when you get those, pay really, really close attention. There is huge amounts of money made from that. And we even have automated trading platforms available for you, so you don't have to do anything at all. Just put some money to one side. Instead of leaving it in the bank to make a pittance, make it work for you to make a fortune. Cost of that to get started is $249 plus $219.99 a month. But that $219.99 a month, sorry, breaking these in for someone else, is something that you don't necessarily have to pay, because I said to you before, if you spend just $50 more, you can become a partner with us. And if you become a member, it's an absolute no-brainer, because if you find the people that you refer to, you don't have to pay the monthly subscription. And if you want even more reasons to make this work for you and have actually not have to make it when it's special, we'll teach you exactly what to do. The total cost is $299.98. That's going to give you more, though, because it's going to give you our membership marketing system. Now, our membership marketing system gives you instant access to a back office that drives all the stuff that you make. We gives you a really seriously powerful marketing system that does all the stuff for you, and a built-in drop in your capture cards that takes care of handling any payments and merchant accounts. So you know how to take money off people or anything else like that. Everything is taken care of. So let me ask you a quick question. If all this membership for you was just to make you $40 to $50 a day, just like the people you've heard, that's £250 a week, would it be worth $299 a month? So you're going to guess. To make your life even better for you, but it's $99 a month, would you want to do it? Well, absolutely you would. Let me show you what's going to make this an absolute no-brainer decision right now. Because you've heard all these people that are doing this right now and are getting all these results. Well, imagine being surrounded by all these people and being able to go back to any one of them to ask for extra help when you need it. I've started a number of businesses in my life, and the one thing I can tell you when you come to start your own business from scratch is you lose a safety net that you have as an employee. When you're an employee, you have other people that work with you. You can turn around and say, can you do me a favor? I'm busy. Can you do that? That doesn't happen if you own your own business. Or you can turn around and say, you do this better than I do. Can you do that? And I'll do your job. Doesn't happen if you're in your own business. But if you join $1 Million Secrets, you're going to be surrounded by people who will help you step by step. Our team's growing really, really quickly. And right now, we're going to make a very, very special offer for you. If you join the business before this Friday at midnight, we're going to put some extra bonuses in. The first bonus we're going to give you is our Fast Start training. Now, our Fast Start training is, I already said we'd send you alerts, but do you know how to place trades? Chances are good you have no idea what we're talking about really when it comes to that. The Fast Start training will absolutely blow you away. We've got videos there that will show you absolutely everything from setting up, choosing a broker account, how to place trades, and we'll even teach you how to market too. Retail cost of that training is $97. In addition to that, we'll give you our Pinnacle Training Manual. Now, that's a step-by-step guide that's been created by 7- and 8-figure earners. And it's taken years of experience to put that together and hundreds of hours to write it and distill it into a format that's usable for you. And it's a permanent resource that's there for you every single day for you to go back on. Retail value of that is just $97. On top of that, we have our own mastermind group. The mastermind group is just there to help whenever you need it. If you've ever struggled getting support, maybe try going onto Amazon or someone like that and you've needed to get a helpline and you get stuck in queues or anything else like that, our mastermind group is there for you 24/7, and it gives you access to people literally internationally. That's why we're 24/7. It's free exclusively to members. Retail value of that, again, is a conservative $97. Now, over and above that, I said we'll teach you how to market. Making money with Facebook. You've heard lots of people talking about that. Perhaps you're on Facebook yourself right now. You probably are. But do you know how to turn Facebook and your Facebook account into a virtual cash machine? Well, we're going to show you how to do that. The training will do exactly that for you and a lot more besides. Retail value of that training is more than $197. And we also have our own online university that will teach you everything that you know about any of the subjects that we'll teach you about. It gives you 24-hour access to lessons on how to trade Forex, stocks and shares, cryptocurrency, and a whole lot more. There's also 24-hour financial education with a guy called Ross Jardine. He's described as America's Mr. Money. This guy will teach you how to analyze your own savings and find savings that money that you're already spending right now that you needn't have to. And he'll show you how to save money to start off with. On top of that, we also have products and apps that we can give you that will teach you how to reduce your tax liability. Because if you're making more money, normally you would expect to be paying more tax, but you don't have to if you know how to manage it properly. Again, we're going to teach you how to do that. That online university conservatively is valued at $497. But we still haven't finished because we also have our bonus training archive. I told you a few minutes ago when I said I first heard Simon Brooks and Simon Kendrick talking to me about this business 18 months ago. We've been putting training out month in, month out ever since then. With this bonus, you get complete access to our entire training manual. You get our entire webinar archive online in our $1 Million Secrets online website. That's a members-only site. And to get onto that, you'll get step-by-step instructions from millionaires about how to build a $1 million business. Value of that site, $497. So let's just total this package up for you. Start off with, you're getting the membership $1 Million Secrets, you're getting the membership marketing system, you're getting the Fast Start training, you're getting the Pinnacle manual, you're getting the mastermind group, you're getting the Facebook Profits training, you're getting the online university access, and you're getting the entire training archive. If we put a number on it, $249.99 just to join, $50 for the membership marketing system, $97 for Fast Start training, $97 for Pinnacle manual, $97 for the mastermind group, adding the Facebook training, the open university access, and the training archive, and you come up with a total retail value of $1,781.99. But if you join us before this Friday, we won't charge you $1,781.99. Join us before midnight on Friday, and you will pay just $299 and have all of that training and support there for you to help you every step of the way. When we first started to put this package together, we looked at it and we thought there's a lot there. There is a huge amount of value there. From someone who's run a business from scratch, and I've done it the hard way, and I've done it and failed, and then I've done it again and succeeded, but I never had that kind of support. But we wanted to give you some more, so we decided we were going to give you some more as well. So Instagram is really, really hot these days. You can build a huge business on Instagram. So we now have, in a world that's driven by social media, we now have a full guide on how to explode your business with Instagram. Resale value of that guide, $197. In addition to that, when you first get started, we're going to give you a mentor call. You're going to get a phone call from someone who is going to guide you step by step in this business. This isn't like some of those other things that I showed you before, where these guys are charging you thousands of dollars and leaving you on your own. You're not just a number as far as we're concerned. We want you to succeed. All those guys who gave you their story before, they joined exactly the same as you did. And we got them to the point where they can come in and share those stories. We'd like you to be sharing your stories with other people. So to do that, when you join before Friday at midnight, you're guaranteed a personal call with one of our business mentors. Retail value for that call alone, and that time in setting you up, is $297. And then on top of that, we're going to put the whole package together for you. When we put that entire package together, and I've already listed all these things for you in the past, but you can see what we've done, but we've added more to it. We've added the Instagram training, we've added the mentor call, and you can see the prices going up. We were already talking about $1,700 worth of training there, but by the time we've added another $197 for the Instagram training, another $297 for the mentor call, we're coming up with a total package worth more than $2,078.99. That's an incredible value, but still, if you join us before Friday at midnight, instead of paying $2,079.99, you will pay just $299. Guys, this offer is completely and utterly time sensitive. These bonuses will expire after midnight. If you haven't joined by Friday at midnight, there is no guarantee that you're going to have access to these bonuses. So get back to the person who invited you on this call right now, and you can get started today. And we'll see you hopefully this time next week when we do our next call. And with a bit of luck, you can be one of the new people that we're introducing, and you can tell people how you've done in your first week. Thanks for your time. My name's Roger Garth. We're going to see you next week, and welcome to $1 Million Secrets, guys. Bye, everybody.